The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington Commanders. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger. From the 50, it's Watson.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one goes for 8 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there. That turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here comes the 7th play out of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Murray now. That's complete to Meredith. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. is complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. (7-7) our score after one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. The Cardz going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Completes this one to Meredith. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Murray now on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
From the gun, Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson over the middle. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
first down, they'll go to the ground at 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll go down at the 28. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Cardinals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 68 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Murray. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the 1st half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Sliding out of the pocket. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing again on second down. Watson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw, Watson.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
first down. Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now left side on the swing pass. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 1st and 10, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From his goal line here, Watson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first and 10, it's Robinson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
The Cardz get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense.
And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardz are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Murray's going to look to throw this thing.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Back to throw it, Murray. Caught on the slant. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
98 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
One last throw here for Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on fourth. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cardinals, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to